And now it's the after show.
My after show. The after show.
We get a little of this.
We did.
Wade's word.
Wade's word.
Wade's word.
Wade's word. Well, our friend Wade texts in. Used to email in.
I know.
Not anymore.
Then we started a group text.
We did indeed. But now he texts in, and his word this week is we talked a lot about best show and dining around the way. He argued for Hollywood Studios last week. What is your favorite place to eat at Animal Kingdom and Epcot? One quick service, one sit down.
Yeah.
His would be over at Animal Kingdom Flame Tree and Tusker Breakfast.
That's
and
a good one.
Epcot would be the Tangerine Cafe over in Morocco and Via Napoli over in Italy. He also said, back for Tusker Breakfast, get a late reservation. You can end up having some of the lunch foods as well as they begin to turn them over.
It's also a good way to get into the park a little earlier, too, if you have an early one, though.
Just doing breakfast stuff. Yeah.
What would be my number one?
Well, I don't really eat it.
Sit-downs,
because I have a large family. And
I agree with Tusker House for the sit-down.
I really like Yak and Yeti for quick service.
I do, too. He talks some trash about Yak and Yeti
he was
when I showed him my
it.
plan.
He was mean-mugging it. He was not a fan of it.
I will say it's not like the most special food or anything like that, but I think it's good.
No, it's like going to the...
It's about like going to the food court.
I think it's Fortune Cookie?
In China.
Fortune Dragon thing? No, not in China. Over at DCA in Pacific Wharf.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically the same.
It's very similar. Yeah.
It's pretty similar. Very good food, though.
Yeah.
I'm always a fan of Asian cuisine.
I like Flame Tree. Also, it's a very good option. And I'm excited to see Satuli Cafe.
Canteen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot think tonight. And kind of see how that stacks up. Now, Disney Food Blog's done some pretty good reviews on Satuli, and they're like, yeah, it's good, but not.
I hear their bowls are top-notch.
I've heard
like
the pods are really, really good.
The burger
but really
pods.
on the cheeseburger ones, not the other ones. So
yeah, so the cheeseburger ones, they're basically, because I heard they were like the cheeseburger spring rolls.
Yeah.
But without the crunch of the spring roll.
It's like a steamed pod,
But it's so delicious, and I can't wait to try Satuli either.
For Epcot, I might have to go like sit down. I mean, there's so many options. That's the hard part.
There's a ton.
And same with quick service too.
I've only eaten at the China sit down and the Morocco sit down.
I like the Morocco sit down. We're doing that again on this trip. And
That's
then
a good one.
Le Cellier, but it's kind of hard to say that one because it's very expensive and it's a 2 credit on the dining plan, so it's kind of.
Well, it's just,
and it's harder to get in too.
You just asked favorite, not like.
Well, then I'm going that one.
Not like
because they have
value.
beer cheese soup. And steak and garlic mashed potatoes.
Yeah. What about quick service over at Epcot?
I like doing the Moroccan one is good. You always talk good about the Japanese.
The Japan one is my favorite. It's so secluded from everything.
Yeah.
Like we went Christmas week. There was nobody up there. It's a little bit of a hike. It's a little bit of a walk, and we kind of just stumbled upon it and we're like, oh, there's a restaurant up here. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's on the map. Super secluded, super quiet, really amazing atmosphere up there. The food is also really good.
I can't remember what it's called because it's the Sand Angel Inn inside the pyramid, but they also now have like the Sand Angel something on the outside.
Oh,
Yeah. I want to say it's Canteen or something, but I think that's wrong.
It's something like that.
Yeah. That's really good.
Mexico Pavilion does have some solid, but we get spoiled with
I
Mexican
know.
food over
so
here.
I always like don't do it because I'm like, I'll just get Mexican when I get home versus like I want to do this or that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Asian cuisine though, so not surprising that the China quick service and the Japan quick service are my top two.
I'd probably go with the Japan one too, or Morocco. Morocco
is
really
good too. Now I'm hungry.
Darn it, Wade.
You made me want
Wade's word.
You made me want food.
Oh man. It's true though. We talked a lot about dining last week about how
We did.
Hollywood Studios has some pretty good ones, but
It does have some solid dining.
we kind of forget dining sometimes when we talk.
We do. I think when we were doing the things to know before you go,
We did talk a little more, but
we didn't do much dining though, because
True.
we kind of just glazed over it. Like, this is our favorite restaurant in each park.
It's true.
I think we should.
There's
do
a lot to do, though. That's the
There's
problem.
a ton.
Especially like Epcot. There's basically almost 2 in every country.
There
so,
are
or
2
more,
in every country.
or more.
Yeah.
Let alone
Especially
the-
over at Disney World, there's so much more dining than at Disneyland. And you're more of a Disney World guy, or you frequent it more than
True.
Disneyland, and I definitely frequent
Well, and when we
Disneyland
go, we
more.
go all out too. So I
Yeah.
get to experience a lot of those things that you have not, or whatever, too.
Yep. Normally do one sit down every time that we go.
Yeah,
Everything
not-
else is
not
pure
one per
quick
day,
service.
yeah.
Nope, one sit down, and we go for like a week.
Yeah.
Family budget,
Yeah.
A+. We still went.
I might be on the bus there at some point too. So
Yeah, you're getting there.
yeah, it is what it is.
But we still went, and it's still a very fun
we
time go.
have talked about, and I think you and I have talked about it too. We had considered doing just a quick service dining and just really experiencing, because there are so many options too that it's not unfounded. It's not it's not undoable.
Unfathomable.
Yeah, it is very practical.
Yeah, and I think
especially in Disney World.
it's way more practical over at Disneyland because there are literally 3 sit-down restaurants.
Oh yeah, Disneyland is its own unique beast when it comes to dining.
It's crazy.
It's a totally having gone to both and having done. I remember we were going to go to Disneyland and I was looking at like, well, do they do a dining plan? And I looked and I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
No,
Like it
it's
just
like some-
didn't. It literally did not make sense. I was like, what is the what?
It's
is-
like dining
How much is
vouchers.
What? Yeah.
It's weird. I could not figure it
No,
out
I
either.
can't. It
'cause I
doesn't
was
make
like,
any sense. Like it's not like this is
No.
this credit. It's like because there are so many different ones, and some of the quick services are fancy, and some of them aren't, and some of them are. It's like
yeah, it's
yeah.
It's not to say that any of the food is bad.
No,
whatsoever,
no.
quick service wise.
No, I would argue some of the best is quick service.
Yeah, some of it is. Get a rotisserie chicken over at the Tomorrowland Terrace.
There you go.
It's delicious.
Whole chicken.
Half.
Half a chicken.
Still good. If you really want to get the most out of your dining credit, quick service
Which
credit.
I don't
go
know.
get that
Yeah.
when it's open.
Yeah, that's the problem too. It's never open when I go.
Generally not open.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad because it's an amazing restaurant.
I know.
Like it gives you a really cool view. You're kind of out on the water.
That is the downside to when I go, and we could talk about this sometime, is like the downside to going into dead season is a lot of refurbishments are going on, a lot of
Yep.
stuff is closed, a lot of like temporary things aren't up or whatever. They do a lot for those busy times.
Yeah,
so.
and for the length of time that you're there, I would almost argue that if you're there for that long, if you're there for a week minimum, go during the busy season or go
'Cause you-
during a
yeah.
busier season, because you have the time to spend 2 or 3 days at each park, or
to get it all
at
done,
least a day and a half at each park to do everything, and you
That's
can
true.
work out your fast passes and work out your dining reservations to get into whatever you want to get into.
That's true.
Plus, refurbs are at a minimum,
Very minimum. Yeah.
if they're going on at all. And generally, attractions start to close down permanently towards the end of the summer season.
That's true.
Towards the end
too.
of peak
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, like
So-
I'm not going to be able to ride Elms again. No.
Or a great movie ride.
Or they're moving right. I'm a little more sad about that.
Did you see the merch that they're releasing for those two?
We talked about it last week.
Yeah, but they like.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually released
Yeah.
now. I really like the Ellen's Energy Adventure one because it's like Ellen's Energy going extinct or went extinct August 2017 and has some dinosaurs on front. And I like the hat. It's a total dad hat.
No, they've really stepped up their merchandise game. It's funny.
Oh, it's crazy. They're going all out with pretty much everything that's happening.
Which
it's
is
a
kinda,
Tuesday.
yeah.
It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday
Have a
shirts. Tuesday
shirt.
shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because I forget who I heard this from, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that at least for Disneyland, they cover all of their operating costs just by park admission alone.
So then
So
all that is just extra.
everything sold in the park is profit,
I've heard that too.
pure profit on the daily basis.
I don't know if that's been ever confirmed, but I've heard it. I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard that stat thrown around a lot.
It's crazy. So the more merch, the more money. That's how it goes. Plus, there's some really cool
More money,
merch
more
that you can
problems, though. You know, so
get. It's true. Although, not with Disney, it seems like. They got the rights to use Guardians of the Galaxy and some Marvel characters over at World. Never thought we'd see that.
I didn't think either. Yeah. I guess more money, more money going to Universal.
It's true.
Buying back some characters.
I'm curious to see though how Ellen's will turn out.
Yeah, I'm still like, are they just gonna literally overlay it,
Or is it just gonna gut the whole thing and do kind of like
turn it into something else?
a trackless ride system? Is Epcot gonna have 2 trackless ride systems?
I mean, it's such a big warehouse. You could. The thing I thought of is you can't really put like a roller coaster in there just because you don't have the clearances, but you have a lot of room for a whole lot of other things.
Yeah, you do. And I think there were permits filed to expand it beyond the river behind there, or the drainage ditch, or whatever you want to call it back there, where they could build a big enough building to house a roller coaster or something.
Okay.
So they could just use that whole front building as a queue, or like a pre-ride ride.
Yeah.
Or more Marvel
whatever,
stuff,
yeah.
and who knows?
Yeah.
I just hope they still keep the education part in there.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how they work that angle.
If
at
they
all.
work it that angle at all. I could see it working with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like their ship breaks down and you have to like figure out some energy to power it up again or whatever.
Bill Nye come back.
Bill. That's going to be so sad. No more Bill Nye in the Disney parks.
You have to go on Netflix and watch his old show.
Man. Ruining my childhood.
I know.
Ruining my childhood.
On that note,
I think we're done.
have a good week.
See you next time.